this is Christina here with the Shotgun Seat, and I'm here with the Cadillac Three. I have a couple questions for them. My first question is basically, how did y'all meet? How did you become a band? Give me the backstory on that.
Well, we all three grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. Went to school together. Kind of been playing music together since we were 13, 14 years old. And we all three came out of the same womb. And that womb is Nashville, Tennessee.
So basically, your following overseas is intense. You have a lot of followers over there. Is there any difference that you find between the fans over there and the fans over here?
They talk a little different. They sing a little different, but they know all the words, which is really awesome. We're going back for like our 9th or 10th time this fall. We're actually going in the summer too, but we just announced a tour over there. The Don't Forget the Whiskey tour in November, and it's been great, man. It's just like we're playing like theaters and stuff there now. It's really cool. So it's kind of a trip.
And these fans, actually Hunter Mountain fans, are very close to the UK fans because they're all just rabid and kind of, you know, trying to sing every word and drinking their asses off. You know, it gets a little weird in a good way.
At times it gets a little weird. So I know you guys are big into songwriting. Are there any songs that you feel that you would have loved to have cut yourselves that other people have cut and made hits?
I think, you know, looking back on it, I'm glad that Keith and Eric did Raise 'Em Up, but I think that would have been a cool thing for us to grow as a band, and we probably could have grown into that song. And he wrote a song called Payback that I always loved that Rascal Flatts did. I think we probably could have done really well. Would obviously have been a different version, but it's, you know, it's exciting now to have that option to be writing so many songs to where we can kind of pick and choose what's us and what's not, you know.
And I feel like that should be, you guys should definitely try and cover Payback. I think that would be really interesting. Or raise, but you said you do raise them up. Yeah, very, very cool. Tonight, we're going to hear it tonight. You just heard it here first. We're going to hear it tonight. Raise them up. Do you write with a specific idea in mind? Like, okay, we're going into the studio, we're going to write for us tonight, or we're going to write for somebody else? Like, how does that, you know, just organically happen?
I think it's different every time. You just go in and you try to write the best song you possibly can, and most of our writing happens on the back of the bus there, and so we're basically just sitting down and trying to recreate those moments in the Almost Famous movies, and the way that, you know, Christopherson and Willie and Waylon, all those guys, they would just hang out on a bus and kind of get creative in a cool way, and whatever comes out of it may be a Cadillac Three song, or it may be a, you know, Tim McGraw or whatever, you know, if we get lucky enough with that situation. I think it's different every time. You never really have a mindset to be like, hey, this guy's looking for a song, let's write that, because I think that you get veered off into a weird place sometimes like that.
Right. And as far as Old Shit, what's the backstory behind that?
That was a tune I wrote with my buddy Brent Cobb. It was the first time we wrote, actually, and he just showed up at my house, and I guess the weekend before his granddad had passed away, and he came in and he was like, man, I got this idea, it's called Old Shit. And I was like, okay, what's the idea? You know, and he had a couple lines, and we ended up writing that song really quick, and he's got his, Miranda's publisher is Miranda's producer is his publisher, so he ended up hearing the song and sent it to Miranda, and they cut it, and so it was kind of a random thing, but it was really cool.
What's cool about that, though, the Old Shit thing, is obviously if he was trying to get it to be cut by somebody, you wouldn't jump into a title called Old Shit. You know what I mean? So he's just trying to write the best song possible. You know, I think that's a very cool thing.
Right.
And we should have cut it.
He should have cut it. Whoops. He always looks so sad when you talk about that. Talk to me a bit about the vibe of the new album, and if it's any different from your albums or, you know, your singles and everything like that.
The new record is 14 songs that we've written and recorded on the bus over the last 3 years. August 5th. Bury Me in My Boots, and it's I don't know, we're really proud of it. It's a step in the right direction, I think, of every band wanting to grow. And the first record we did in 5 days, wrote the record in 6 days, and just kind of made the best thing we could by ourselves. And now we've gotten to a point where the second record's always hard. You know, you gotta follow up and you gotta beat the first one. So I think we did a good job, and it's going to be it's going to be cool to see the fans react to it.
So excited to hear it. We'll definitely get it up on the Shotgun Seat for you. Thank you so much, guys, for chatting. Talk to you soon.